Are you looking for the best Xbox consoles? In this video, we will look at some of the 6 best Xbox consoles on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Xbox 360. In 2005, Microsoft came out with the Xbox 360 console. A few years later, Microsoft came out with a new version of the Xbox 360 that used Wi-Fi and had a smaller console box. Xbox 360 improved the Xbox Live service and added the Kinect system for controlling things with your body. About half of the Xbox games could be played on the Xbox 360 overall. This is one of the best Xbox consoles. The PS3 had problems, like a high price and the fact that it was hard to make games for. These problems helped the 360 do well. Still, Microsoft didn't take any chances with its next console. The core model didn't have a hard drive, but it still had a lot of features, like being compatible with music players and external drives for playing media. The core version is also much cheaper than the much more expensive PS3. Xbox Live was also a big improvement. It brought together a full community of 360 gamers, and games like Call of Duty, Forza 3, and Live Arcade kept them coming back. Achievements were another secret weapon that the 360 gave us. Gamers could now compare their skills to those of their friends, which made them want to play even more to get that sweet blip of dopamine that an achievement drop gives. At number 2. Xbox One. Microsoft made a few unpopular Xbox One announcements before it came out, which may have been because of how well the Xbox 360 did. DRM makes it hard to share games. Having the console connect to the internet from time to time. A required link with the Kinect camera that came with the package, which also made the package pricey. After a huge uproar, the tech giant quickly changed its mind about these requirements, which hurt the Xbox brand. It didn't help that it was boring to look at and looked like a CD player from the future from decades ago. The Xbox One had a good selection of exclusive games, like Sunset Overdrive, Halo 5, Guardians, Ori and the Blind Forest, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. But because it didn't have Kinect, the Xbox One ended up being a small step up from the Xbox 360 and didn't make much of an impression currently. This is one of the best Xbox consoles. At number 3. Xbox Series S. And Microsoft is getting into the new generation of consoles with the Xbox Series X and the cheaper but still powerful Xbox Series S. Even though its power-hungry flagship gets most of the attention, the Xbox Series S is a better deal for people who buy an Xbox console in 2021. It's for people who don't need the best graphics, and it offers a great gaming experience at a price that's hard to pass up. The next generation hardware inside the Xbox Series S is its main selling point. Even though it doesn't have the same 4K graphics as its sister console, it still has many benefits. It takes the same ideas as the Xbox Series X and scales them down to the basics, with the goal of lowering the quality of the graphics. The direct result is a lower resolution, with many games aiming for 1080p HD and 1440p overall. This is one of the best Xbox consoles. Xbox Series S will be able to play new games for years to come, making it a good long-term gaming investment. It has the same kind of hardware as the Series X, but the CPU, GPU, and RAM have been scaled down. It also has all of the new features, like ray tracing. The same high-speed NVMe SSD technology also means short load times, room for all future games, and features like Quick Resume. It makes the Xbox Series S ready for games made for the next generation and later. At number 4. Xbox Series X. Microsoft's most powerful product is the Series X. The X is officially the most powerful home console ever made. It is a big, black fridge that takes up a lot of space in any media cabinet. We haven't seen the Series X's full potential yet, but it works great with both new and old games. As long as you have a 4K TV with HDMI 2.1 to get the most out of them, this is the most popular Xbox consoles. At launch, there were only a few games that were optimized, but now games like Mass Effect, Legendary Edition, Assassin's Creed, Valhalla, and Gears 5 look smooth and beautiful. Its smart delivery feature is also useful because it makes sure you always play the best version for your platform. With its lightning-fast SSD, ability to play 4K games at up to 120 frames per second with the right setup, support for Dolby Vision and Atmos, and whisper quiet operation, the Series X is the pinnacle of console gaming. Like the Series S, its weak spot right now is that it doesn't have any exclusive games. Still, as Microsoft makes more purchases, like Bethesda, and an upcoming move for Activision Blizzard, we hope that won't happen anymore. Xbox Series S can be used for most entertainment needs, just like any other modern Xbox console. Since it has so many media apps, you won't need extra media players like Google Chromecast and Amazon Fire TV sticks in your living room if you have it. All of the Xbox apps that work on major platforms also work on Xbox Series S and can play 4K HDR videos. At number 5. Xbox One S. Even though the Xbox Series X and Series S are the newest ones on the market, Xbox consoles from before 2021 still have value. Every member of the Xbox One family can be a good investment. They have all been improved over the years and have a full lineup of games, plus more games are still coming out. In a time when next-generation hardware is hard to come by, this makes the Xbox One S a great choice, especially for those on a tight budget. It can be easy to join the Xbox ecosystem if you can get a cheap device. When shopping for an Xbox One right now, it's important to know how it is right now and what the future holds for it. Microsoft just released its new Xbox family, which includes 2 next-generation devices that are a big change from the ones that have come before. It means that the Xbox One family isn't in the spotlight, but with a limited supply and a new way to handle upgrades, these consoles are more valuable than ever. The new Xbox consoles have a lot in common with Xbox One. They have the same menus, games, and apps. Even though Xbox Series X and Series S have a few small exclusives right now, most big games still come out on Xbox One across generations. Even big games like Halo Infinite are coming out later this year for Xbox One, so you don't need a new console overall. This is one of the best Xbox consoles. At number 6. Xbox One X. Microsoft came out with the One X a year after the One S. It was a pretty big step up from the S, offering true native 4K gameplay instead of 1080p upscaling. The One X had 8x86 graphics cores, just like the One S, but they ran at 2.3 GHz instead of 1.7 GHz. Even though the game played the same, this meant better resolution, textures, and draw distances. Its look wasn't just changed from white to black either. It moved the vents from the top to the back and sides, and it moved the disk drive under the lip. This made the machine look much less obvious overall. This is one of the best Xbox consoles.